So Lord is He who is our essence, and without Him our life is not possible. And He is inspiring. What is He inspiring? All activity at Manabuddhi, at Manasa Vacha Kaya, it is His inspiration. At the sensory level, it is because of His inspiration that eyes are able to see and etc. all the various senses. It is because of His inspiration the mind is able to think and feel. Intellect is able to ideate and and become convinced or have convictions. Know between the right and wrong. All this is because the Lord is there in our heart. It is due to His inspiration. Recognizing this is what is required while going through the world. Then why do we do satsang? To come remind ourselves again and again that this is more important than anything else in life. Money, relationships, houses, cars, children, all that is okay. But this must not be forgotten. This must have the highest importance in our life. So here it is told, tapasya, and that is when the miseries come, not to become miserable and so on. And when we do, and the more we move through life without reacting to situations, automatically a sense of a self-confidence increases. And when self-confidence increases, this is told in by Jnaneshwar Maharaj in or Shankaracharya, not Jnaneshwar Maharaj, Shankaracharya in Bhagavad Gita chapter 12. There he says, tapasya, non-reactionary attitude towards whatever is taking place will bring about better performance in your life. When you start, your efficiency will get better. Because if now all that energy which was going into reactions, it is conserved. Automatically your efficiency increases. You are not affected by what someone says or what someone doesn't say, someone praises or doesn't praise. You continue because you are self-inspired. So your efficiency increases. When efficiency increases, it leads to self-confidence. Now that self-confidence, the word is self-confidence. It cannot be borrowed from someone. It is inborn because you are performing in life, you are being efficient in life, and you don't need any support from outside in order to. You can, I'm not saying if a manager is there, he needs the staff. But to be a manager, he is not dependent, he is self-inspired. And that self-confidence, this is very important. Self-confidence without arrogance is Shraddha. Self-confidence without arrogance is Shraddha. So where has this self-confidence come from? From the divine principle who is within my heart. So no ownership is taking place. And when this tapasya is practiced, is done, tapasya is not half an hour in the morning and standing on one leg like Ravana and then or taking a mala and chanting 108 108 times and waiting when it is going to finish, I'll miss my train. That is not tapasya. Tapasya must invoke self-confidence within us. Must invoke self-confidence. That nothing is impossible for me in this world. And such a person will never complain, but Swamiji, we are grahasthas, it is hard. But Swamiji, we have got these responsibilities. But Swamiji, the government rules are like this. But Swamiji, why the temples and priests are like that. But Swamiji, why the scriptures are written so difficult. They only know how to complain. Why? Because they have not discovered the self-confidence. And then what do to these people? कुछ पकड़ा दो और मस्त रहने दो. अच्छा, go and chant this and go and chant that. क्या कर सकते हो? जब तक their attitude does not change about the whole thing, till then self-confidence will not come. See, some people come to this stuff. So many emails I got. Swamiji, when are you coming back? I said, why? No, we are missing the classes. Classes or no classes, you should be ever full on. I gave you 6 weeks of, 2 weeks intense in between, but then you got four more weeks to teach your wife or teach your husband. Or to put into practice what you had heard, or to reflect on what you had heard. After some time it becomes mechanical, because if you take all the talks from the beginning till now, 9 years, same thing is being repeated again and again. You may find it new, but same thing is being repeated with just like you are the same person wearing different clothes every day. We are also talking about the same truth, but with using different words. That's what Bhagavad Gita is, that's what Upanishads are, that's what every scripture is, talking about the same truth, but from different angles. That's all. So there's nothing new that is being told. Then why is it not clicking?
लीला
लीला होती तो फिर सही बात है, लीला
और लीला, not God's.
The reason it is not clicking is we are not confident that it will happen to us in this life. This is the reason. Because ours is a complaining attitude. For us, oh, this is very interesting, I must implement it in my life. You postpone it. Implement it right here and now. While listening, take it deep into yourself. That, oh Lord, 9 years I have wasted. I'm still thinking that this is a very important point. I must do tapasya in my life. I think 9 years is too long. It should have happened in 9 months or 9 days or Then, Lord, you unasked, you came as Bhagavatam in my life. You came as the Lord as I know you in my altar. You came as whatever name I am naturally inclined to chant in my mind and in my word, in the word, as the word. You came. I did not decide who you are going to be, which God I'm going to choose. So everything is your choice. You make me do the tapasya. I leave it to you. Now I'm not going to even try. Make my mind so intoxicated with you that no effort, just like you have come into my life, you also come as the tapasya also, you only invoke. Swadhyaya, you only invoke. Sanyam, you only invoke. And for this invocation of tapas, swadhyaya and sanyam, what do we need to do? Nothing but be with the divine theme. That's all. That also is your problem, not my problem. See? और इसके लिए हमको रोना वोना नहीं है. You don't have to cry in front of the Lord. You don't have to become sad. You have to be happy that see how intelligent I am. That even after He's given me, closed all the doors I could escape from, still I am feeling miserable. Huh? Think about it. He's coming from all different angles to us. And still we are finding new ways of maintaining the duality, of maintaining the misery as the constant. Only His grace. So tapasya. So when we invoke this self-confidence by doing tapasya, by remaining non-reactionary throughout our life, automatically our dependence on anything or any person reduces automatically. Why? Then what has been replaced with? It is replaced with the divine. Now it is not, I am not because of, as a sannyasi, I am not because of my mother, because of the people who feed me, because who give donation, because someone drove me here. No, it is all Narayana's, nothing to do with anyone. We may say that, but inside in our heart, it's Him who is appearing as that. No watering down of that feeling inside our heart. एक बार किसी के घर गया था तो he was a gentleman. He had cooked the food and ringwood and he fed me. So after that अन्नदाता what do you call? नहीं आदमी नहीं था, औरत थी. तो मैंने कहा अन्नदाता सुखी भव. Oh, immediate correction. स्वामी जी अन्नदात्री. मैंने कहा कैसे अन्नदात्री? Yeah, I cook the food. I said, today you cook, tomorrow someone else cooks for me. I don't depend on you or anyone. I depend on the Lord. Oh, so you won't thank to me? I said, no, I'll thank the Lord. Today He came in your form. Tomorrow He may come in another form. See? Tapasya. See, this self-confidence is very, very important. Second one, swadhyaya. What is swadhyaya? Self-study, isn't it? Swa-adhyaya. So, swadhyaya is what? Initial stages, apart from self-study at the first gross level. How we are reacting to small things and what is its impact on our mind. Are we getting irritated? Are we getting restless? This you become aware of. And I must not get into this trap of irritation and a reaction. If I am doing sadhana, I am doing meditation, and I am doing japa, I come out of the japa and sadhana, and immediately I start barking at everyone. You know, when you take any child, she was telling me, every morning she gets up at 8:15, in 10 minutes she showers, and gets ready and runs to school. And at that time you tell that child who's sleeping, get up, yellow, magana yellow, and she will scream, हम भी ऐसे ही करते थे. You are irritated, isn't it? Why? The bliss of sleep is more potent than all these sounds that are coming. And what are the sounds telling you? Give up the bliss and get disturbed. Isn't it? Same thing happens in sadhana also. You sit in meditation or you do your japa, and at the moment inside you feel calm, but the moment you come out of that zone, come out of that deep contemplation, suddenly outside, forget about the traffic. At the home only, someone is putting on the music. Okay, daddy ka, mummy ka, kaam khatam ho gaya. Music on, dhar, dhur. Someone is saying, can you, here's the list, you have to do the shopping. Tum abhi shanti mein ho. And suddenly the whole list of shopping is coming to you. You lose the plot. Swadhyaya, are you losing the plot? Don't lose the plot. So, our swadhyaya is that when we are moving around in the world, our attention should be on the state of our mind. Is it calm? Is it quiet? Is it tranquil? While it is functioning. While it is functioning. No, I want to keep my mind quiet. I want peace. I want tranquility. I want silence. If you focus on that, you will be the most miserable fellow because you will not get it out. Because if you want silence, your attention is on the sounds. You want the opposite. If you want, no. You have to find out a way that while moving around in this world, how can this mana buddhi chitta ahankar, this is your antakaran, isn't it? How this is absolutely at peace with itself. How will it be at peace? Everything that is going on is the Leela of the Lord.
Where are you going?
Everything is the Leela of the Lord. What is going on?
Anubhav's making lots of noises.
But right now you are making the noise. Go and make each other quiet. Go. You close his mouth, he will close your mouth. Go. Huh? So Swadhyaya is what is our frame of mind. Before in tapasya, our attention was on the objects of the world, situations, conditions of the world, and we were trying to maintain a non-reactionary attitude. But in Swadhyaya, our attention is on the mind. That is it, in spite of activity, is it at peace with itself? And that condition of tranquility will only come when everything is taken as the Leela. That is the only way. Because you cannot stop, you can stop your wife from speaking, you can stop your husband from speaking, you can stop the child from speaking. Who will you stop the whole world? You can't. So you have to find a different technique, and that is invoke the higher and see that this whole thing, whether it is mental chattering, whether it's the outside chattering, everything is the Leela of the Lord. You got nothing to do with it. Remain calm. And then if that is going on, under any condition, you are at peace with yourself, then the Swadhyaya has the real meaning and your sadhana is going well. Third one, Sanyam. Sanyam means what? According to Patanjali Yoga Sutras, Sanyam is a state where the mind has gone beyond Desh, Kal and Vastu, space, time and objectivity, and those are the states of Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi. When it keeps going back, goes beyond time, space and objectivity, that is the point of Sanyam, where the mind is ever alert on the Atmic principle, without a thought. This is important. Space, to overcome space, you do dharana. To overcome time, we do dhyana. And to overcome objectivity, we do samadhi abhyas. And these are not, I will go straight to samadhi, it is not possible. It is a general progression. You have to go through that process. And it is this Sanyam which various Mahatmas, the Ayurveda experts or the what do you call, the constellations, Jyotish Shastra. In Jyotish Shastra, they employ this Sanyam in order to discover the secrets of the world. because your mind is so focused without any reason. The focus is on the self. But when instead of the self, that same focus is put on something high, some aspect of this creation, that aspect of the creation will reveal itself. If an Ayurvedic expert, he puts it on the plant, that plant has to reveal itself. If he puts on, and he sustains that attention without any expectation. In Samadhi, there is no expectation, there is no objectivity. He becomes one with the. For initially, he is thinking about the object of contemplation, then he becomes one with the object of contemplation, because the objectivity has gone. No, objectivity means me, the meditator, and the objected upon is different. But in Samadhi, both become one, and that's when the revelation takes place. And this you can practice here or here in this lifetime only. You have to experiment to find it out. But straight away, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. Oh, very fascinating. I can get this. First, you have to do the previous topic steps. What were they? No. That is here. But yeah, you can do these two also, tapaswadhyay, or according to Patanjali Yoga Sutra, yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahar. This is for the dull-witted. For a little bit intelligent, tapa, swadhyaya and sanyama. So in this way, until and unless, so this sanyama has to be practiced here also. We can, some of us may be voracious readers, and some of us maybe we read once and we know it all. We understand it all straight away. Understanding and becoming one with what you have understood is two different games. So I may be able to repeat everything from the scriptures. I may be able to give a lecture on the scriptures. Another person can read once the Bhagavad and know all the verses. There are people, they know the Bhagavad from beginning till end. They know the Gita from beginning till end. You ask them any shloka number, any this, you give half a shloka, they will complete it. Amazing intellect. But is that what Sanyam is about? Sanyam is about getting the essence of the verses. Getting the essence. And what is the essence of the entire, scriptures? The Paramatma is the essence. Brahmatmaikya Bodh is the essence. Realizing that God realization is the essence. That God is all that there is. This is the essence. And He is pervading you also at this very moment. This is the essence. So when we are talking about tapa, when we are talking about swadhyay, right now you apply it on yourself. Don't wait for tomorrow. Right now, while you are listening, you apply it on yourself. Sanyam, right now you apply it on yourself. That you are not concerned whether you are not blinking or you are sitting in one position. And sometimes you see people are sitting and suddenly they'll check, is anyone watching? Don't worry about it. Who cares? You be on your journey. Everyone is on theirs. There's no comparison, there's no competition. You are the most unique person on this planet. You are born in the most unique circumstances, which will never be repeated in this creation. So how it is going to unfold through you is also going to be the most unique one. And that unique journey, you have to allow it to unfold. Not make it unfold. You have to allow it to unfold. And how do you unfold it? Allow it to unfold? By being a nobody. How do you become a nobody? By surrendering yourself at the feet of the Lord. Let thy will prevail, not my will. Understand? And the more we access that space, that everything is his Leela, everything is he alone. फालतू में हम टेंशन ले रहे हैं बच्चों की, अपनी, डिजीज की, सक्सेस की, बिजनेस की, पैसे की, बच्चे की, unnecessary tension. Whatever presents in front of you, take, automatically a response will come. Don't get into this state where I have to do something. You will make a mess of things. Allow it to happen. So in this way, Sanyama, the Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas and Antahkaran, all of them must be integrated. Only when you are in Sanyam, that all these faculties, Jnanendriyas, what are Jnanendriyas? Seeing, hearing, touching, feeling, tasting. What are Jnanendriyas? Karmendriyas? Speech, hands, legs, anus and genital. What is Antakaran? Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankar. All these have to synchronize. And what is that which is keeping them together? Can you as an individual, as an ego, can you ever in this entire life bring all of them to sync with each other? If you keep thinking that what I think I must speak and what I must act, it will never happen. Until unless you don't allow him to do it. If you try to, you will make a mistake. But when you stop trying and you are convinced that this is the right thing, it will happen out of you. Because your mind is intoxicated with the higher. So this is what is told here. Cry.
Yeah.
Cry. I was enjoying when you were crying. Amba. Huh? So when our mind goes beyond space, time and objectivity, that condition of the mind is called sanyam, and only only such a mind is introverted, it has gone within, and such a mind alone can access or can become a vessel for the infinite to flow through. Only such a mind can become a vessel for the infinite to flow through. Right now what is happening? The individuality is flowing through. And that individuality, what is individuality again?
Identify with the body.
Correct.
Body.
Correct. That expression, which is a result of identification with the senses, organs of action and this body, that expression is called a Jiva Bhava. Essentially, Jiva is Atma, infinite, free, non-dependent, all-knowing. But when it takes on the conditioning, an imaginary conditioning that I am this body, the funny expression that comes out of this identification is called Jiva Bhava. Then how are Mahatmas functioning? They are also functioning through this body. But what is their disposition?
Sakshi.
More. Sakshi Bhava is only the end of Yoga Sthiti. Yoga Sthiti. As a devotee, the Lord alone is functioning. See, the Lord is not as a statue, as a picture, as an idea in your head. When this sanyama takes place, when this integration takes place, that space that we access as a result of this sanyam is that divine. When your mind becomes quiet and you are absolutely alert, that is the divinity. Then it is not something you have to achieve afterwards. That is the divinity. When you are going to sleep, your mind is empty, but you are not alert. That is the only difference. You have to become alert. And now we have not, for this whole life, we have practiced. Empty mind means sleep. Empty mind means sleep. To come out of this gravity of conviction that empty mind means wakefulness, it's only a conviction. But get convinced once, and if you don't get convinced, yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, then we elongate that process. We elongate it. First, become convinced. See, when you get married, the moment जय वरमाला वरमाला ना हाँ वरमाला मैं जयमाला बोल रहा जयमाला बोलते हैं वरमाला बोलते हैं वरमाला उसके बाद जयमाला वरमाला when you put वरमाला और वो 7 फेरे होते हैं कि 3 फेरे होते हैं उसके बाद वो सिंदूर लगाता है from that moment onwards depending upon which culture Kerala nothing only mala and anguti and a ring and from that moment on she has accepted that I am Mrs. Muttu Swami and he has accepted that I am the husband. Once now in their mind they have become convinced that they are husband and wife. Now the exploration begins, isn't it? They have accepted they are husband and wife. Now what it means to be a husband, he spends the rest of his life. What it means to be a wife, he spends the rest of his life. Can he know within one moment? Yes, he can. Exactly the same way, become convinced in your mind that you are essentially divine. Once, and your attention should remain on that, automatically what it means to be divine, it will start unfolding in your rest of your life. But you have to become convinced about it. Conviction has to be there. You are what your convictions are, isn't it? That is, at a gross level or at the worldly level, you are what your convictions are. You are convinced that you are a man, you are convinced that you are a woman, you are convinced that you are a husband or a wife or a mother but everything is based on faith. Everything is based on trust. There is no written proof. Because that nurse told you were born at that time, you accept it. 1 second here, 1 minute there, do you know? Your mother says this is your father. There is no proof. You accept it. So it's all based on faith. See? So become convinced. If at all we have to think, why not we think that we are of the nature of the divine? And the more we keep contemplating in the back of our mind that it is the divine, the whole creation is a leela of the divine, then automatically that divinity, that mind which is continuously thinking of the divinity will become a vessel for the divinity to express itself. How, that is not your matter. That will reveal itself. Start with the beginning that I am of the nature of divinity, not I am a husband, not I am a wife. Not today someone in the Sanskrit class, someone said, after, very nicely they come, Swamiji, it was so nice the Sanskrit class, I really enjoyed it, but where are you from? I said, I will not tell you. Why? मेरी मर्जी. बड़े प्यार से बोल रहे थे. नो बट फिर भी कहाँ से हैं आप? मैंने कहा भारत वर्षे ऑस्ट्रेलिया खंडे जम्बू द्वीपे. हाँ वो तो ठीक है, पर फिर भी आपकी भाषा कौन सी है? मैंने कहा अभी हिंदी बोल रहा हूँ. हिंदी है, थोड़ी देर में इंग्लिश हो जाएगी. नहीं, आप कहाँ रहते हैं? मैंने कहा किसी और से पूछो यार, ये सब प्रश्न पूछो. संस्कृत का कुछ पूछना है तो मेरे से पूछो. आप तो मेरी कुंडली खोलने लग गए. नहीं नहीं, मैं आपसे ही पता, I want it from the horse's mouth. I don't want second hand. I said from the first hand you will get all lies. From second hand you may get the truth. You see? So our attention. Now, why I don't want to? I have answered it before. That I am from, where I was born, where I am staying. But why is this thought coming? आजकल ज़्यादा हो रहा है. I don't want to talk about it. You can go and ask someone else. Why should I tell you? But आप ऐसे क्यों कर रहे हैं? मेरी मर्जी. I am not very dependent on you. If you like it, you like it. You don't like it, who cares? मैं नहीं बताऊंगा. और फिर कभी कभी मैं बता भी देता हूँ किसी को. तो अपने मन को फ्री रखो यार. Our mind must be only with the divine in our heart. Where is Lord? भगवान कहते हैं मैं I am from द्वारका. But inside in his heart what he must be thinking? साले को बेवकूफ बनाया. I am everywhere. फिर इसको द्वारका बोल के अच्छा I know कृष्णा. अच्छा द्वारका वाला कृष्णा, हाँ वही वाला. बट भगवान को पूछो I am everywhere. है ना? वैसी अपनी स्टोरी होनी चाहिए. वैसी अपनी स्टोरी होनी चाहिए. Where we are not, we are everywhere. But make our mind focused on the Lord, and in this way, only when we interact with the divine through tapasya, swadhyaya, and what was that? Sanyama, then the Lord will give us darshan. Lord will not give you darshan as an experience. What is the Lord's darshan? In many stories you see, in what is the latest movie that came? बाहुबली. उसमें मरते समय वो शिव जी उसको दिख जाते हैं ना पीछे. भगवान के दर्शन हो गए. रामचंद्र जी को, सॉरी नॉट रामचंद्र जी, रावण को, रामचंद्र जी को, Ram is standing in front of him but he sees Narayana behind, isn't it? So that is not the darshan we are talking about. This darshan is different. This is the darshan of aparoksha anubhuti. It is a direct experience of the divine. And how do you, what is that? It is as Atma Sakshatkar. It is because the Lord who is Satchidanand Swarup, the Paramatma, this Atma is also Satchidanand Swarup. You access the Atma, you will experience the Paramatma. It is not as a horripilation, it is not as a fantastic vision, it is not as it. All those things may happen, but if they happen and go away, it is not it. If it happens and goes away, it is not it. So here when we are talking, when the Munis, and who are these saints and sages? We saw the names, isn't it? Each one greater than the other, the next, isn't it? So what will be their darshan of the Lord? It will be as the self in themselves. And imagine now what will be the condition of these saints and sages. They know the Lord, they know the Paramatma who is expressing in themselves as the Atma. And that Paramatma, who is none other than Atma, has taken a specific form and come in front of them. What joy! Imagine. What joy do you get when your child has the same habits as yours? You scratch a bum, he also scratches your bum. You do like this, you involuntarily you say, "Arey, ye to meri tarah hi karta hai, यूं करता है." You pick your nose, he is also picking his nose. He eats, you eat in a particular manner, he also eats in a particular manner. And you start saying, "Arey, ye to mera hi lagta hai." Because he's your expression, isn't it? And the joy that something like me. Now imagine, this is at a worldly level. But now imagine that these saints and sages, all of them are realized. Realization means abiding in the self, and that self at the individual level is the same Paramatma at the infinite. That Paramatma has taken a form of Krishna and has come in front of them. What joy! If he came here, how will it be? He has come in our life as Bhagavat. He has come in our life as various scriptures. But imagine a living person, and that living person are the saints and sages. Never turn your mind away from them. They are the greatest blessings in our life. And these are the saints and sages who are talking about the Lord. Sundar topic, hai? Continuing in the 20th verse, Tasmad Brahmakulam Brahman Shastrayonestva Matmanaha Sabha Jayasi Saddhama Tad Brahmanya Granir Bhavan. The saints, sages say, "O Paramatma, Paramatman." Now, I have already explained to you this, but Brahmanas, they only Brahmanas, only as a Brahmin, one can access you. What? Only as a Brahmin. Then this life is a waste. I am born a Kshatriya. I'm born a Shudra, I'm born a Vaishya, I'm born Brahmin, but I'm eating meat. So there is no possibility for me. I have had a few somaras also as a Brahmin. Then what do? No, according to our scriptures, it is not binding. A father can have 4 children. A Brahmin father can have 4 children. One can be Brahmin, one can be Kshatriya, one can be Vaishya, one can be Shudra. And also our scriptures give complete freedom that a Shudra, that means a dependent person, can raise himself to be a Brahmin within this lifetime. So it is not binding that you are a Shudra, born Shudra, die Shudra, born Brahmin, die Brahmin. No. A Brahmin can also fall down to the level of Shudra. Vishwamitra raised himself from a Kshatriya to a Brahma Rishi. Isn't it? These stories are not just to, my God. No, this is about you. If your attention is on the divine, you will automatically get raised from wherever you are. Every saint who has lived on this earth, he must have been coming from some background, isn't it? Koi mochi tha, Kabir, he was a weaver, he was from a Vaishya class. But people may say he is Vaishya, but he is a realized, so he is a Brahmin. He is a Brahmin. So do not allow this Varna and Ashram to be something to pull you down. Rather than that is just to organize the social structure, that is to organize the society, not to organize you, to organize the society. You have to play your role. But as you grow, see, as again, look at it in a different way. As a child, everyone is born a Shudra. Who is a Shudra, we said? He is totally dependent. So you have to change the nappy, you have to feed the person, you have to give him bath, you have to give him massage, you have to put him to sleep, you have to totally dependent on someone else. Shudra. But as that child starts learning, going and becomes independent, he is going through the various stages. Now, out of him, if he becomes a farmer or a money lender or a business person and he stops there, he is a Vaishya. But he continues, he becomes a politician. Now Rajnikant wants to become a politician. Yes, yesterday's news. So he wants to become a politician. He's become a Vaishya. But many kings, we have read the stories, they have given up everything and they have spent time in contemplation of the Lord. He has become Brahmin. See? Pardon me? Kanakadas. So many. Bharat Maharaj, after him, whom our country is named. Huh? So, do not, but misunderstanding of this caste system. Today only someone sent me a WhatsApp about some documentary on the caste system of India which BB has created. I'll put it on Shamsan. I have not read it. It's a 1 hour thing. So I don't know what it is. Is it worth it or not? I don't know. But have a listen to it. So in this way, this must be absolutely clear in our mind. What is the purpose of the Varna and Ashrama? Never say, I am a Brahmin. At the moment you say, I am a Brahmin, inside you, you must be very clear. Is it an egoistic statement? Are you living as a Brahmin? Are you living only for the truth? Then you are a Brahmin. If you are not, I don't know what I am. Whatever it looks that I am a Brahmin, but I don't know what I am inside. I am still searching. Be truthful to yourself. Huh? Just going to temple and having the marks and doing the puja and all that, that does not make you a Brahmin. If that was a Brahmin, then all the Brahmins and pujaris in in Badrinath, in various other centers, they'll be all realized fellows. But they got all the marks correct. But at the night time you go for a walk in Badrinath, they are all drinking. नहीं इधर तो ठंड है, but that's not an excuse. Anyway. Similarly, another classification is told. The Lord himself says that the head part of mine is Brahmin, the chest, the heart area, that is Kshatriya, the Udara, the navel part is Vaishya, and below is Shudra. So he himself has become all the four. Then Adhyano Janma Safalyam Vidyayas-tapaso drushaha Tvaya Sangamyam Sadgatya Yadanta Shreyasam Paraha. In the 21st verse he says that if in you lies the culmination of all blessings, you are the sole refuge of saints. Having met you today, we have attained the fruition of our birth, learning, austerities and wisdom. And so, see how beautiful the jnana, tapasa and the wisdom. All these three have come together. Only when the knowledge expresses through in action, that wisdom dawns. If you know something and you are not acting it out in your daily life, then wisdom is not there. Then that knowledge is only for teaching others but not for application on yourself. You should not tell the truth, you tell the anubhav. Should you tell truth or you should tell lies? Tell me. Truth. See, he knows. Now, let's find out. Dad tells truth?
Yes.
बच गया.
लीला.
Huh? So if we know something, now we have done an exposition of the Varna and Ashram. We have done an exposition of Tapas, Swadhyaya and Sanyama. Now you have understood this. It's knowledge. Now you take that and start telling others, hey, Tapas, hey, Swadhyaya, hey, Sanyama. But you are not applying it on yourselves. Wisdom will never dawn. So why many elderly people, they know everything, then why are they still frustrated in the old age? This is the reason. Because they only know the right thing to speak at the right moment, but never for themselves. It's always to correct others, like I'm doing. Huh? No, our first student is our mind. So it must be applied on ourselves. And when it is applied, and that requires alertness. That I must be better than yesterday, I must be better today. From today, tomorrow I'll be better, even better. And continuous excellence must express out of you as you go along. If that is your attitude, wisdom will dawn. Then it is not about what wife says or what children say or what husband says or what people say or what the boss says or what the employee says. Who cares? I am on my journey to excel. And that excellence can express only when I am in tune with the Lord within my heart. I will come. What? सच्चिदानंद रुपये बोलते हुए बाहर आएगा वो. He is listening to Bhagavat. See? And then in the next verse they say, having said this, that Janma Safalyam. What is the purpose of whole life? The dawn of wisdom, isn't it? And what is that wisdom? At the Prakritic level, the thoughts must correspond with the speech, must correspond with the action. This is how you. So when a Mahatma says something, he has got no doubt, isn't it? Mahatma, when he says something, has got no doubt. He never goes back and says, "Oh, I'm sorry for what I said or what I did." Never. No guilt, no expectation. When you are totally integrated as a result of divine blessing only, not because of you have done something, but this is an observation that your thought, word and speech are integrated. Your knowledge and your actions are integrated. And automatically in such a person becomes a magnet. That's automatically such a person becomes a source of light. Around him, darkness cannot, doubts cannot, confusion cannot remain. You come in such a person's presence, you feel blessed. And you must, all of you have experience with someone or the other. And it's not necessarily, it is only a sannyasi. There are many grahasthas also. In that house you go, suddenly you feel prasannata. And some temples you go, you want to run out. Isn't it? Ashrams you go, you want to run out. It's not about the building. It's about the person. It's not about the body. It's about the one dwelling in the body. So the one, have you accessed that? Automatically you will become a source of light. See, automatically unconditioned love will spread to everyone without choice of yours. Son doesn't make a choice, I'll give him light, I will not give him light. Why? He's a crooked, he's a dharmatma. सबको light देता है. Same is here. Mirror doesn't say, she is ugly, I will not reflect her. He is handsome, I will reflect. Mirror doesn't say that. Whoever comes, reflect. Same is our case. Same is the case of this person who has invoked the wisdom within. And all these saints and sages are wise people. And they have, and is it an arrogance that they are calling themselves wise? No. It is not arrogance. Because what did I say? Self-confidence without arrogance is equal to faith, Shraddha. They are ever surrendered to the divine. So when they say it is not out of arrogance that you are the source of our wisdom, because of you, our Janma, what was the purpose of our life? To have this knowledge, to have this, all these three. What were the words used here? The learning, austerities and wisdom. All of them have come to us because of you alone. Continuing, Namastasmai Bhagavate Krishnaya Kundhamedhase Swayogamaya Yachannam Ahimne Paramatmane. In the 22nd verse, he says, O Lord, your wisdom is unbounded. You are the Supreme Spirit, the embodiment of truth, knowledge and bliss. You have concealed your glory by your own Maya, by your own Yoga Maya, the enchanting power. We offer salutations to you again and again. Namastasmai, 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 Namo Namaha. So just like Jagjit Singh ka ek gana hai na, Maili Chadar Ood ke, so Maili Chadar. What is this Maili Chadar? This is the Yoga Maya. What is this Yoga Maya? Sense of otherness, duality. This dark veil, which we call, which is stopping us to access our own essential nature. This is that Maya. This is that inertia. This is that gravity of Prakriti, which is keeping us within its clasps. And the only way you can break out of it is by remembering the source of all knowledge, the source of all joy, the ever-existing principle, the Paramatma. You want to see we have seen many Puranic stories, but you want to see it in the modern context, watch Matrix, all the three parts. It's based on Bhagavad Gita. But lot of fighting and modern photography, but beautiful. How one man raises himself, invokes the divine within himself. First he considers himself to be the mind, and eventually in the third stage he accepts himself that I am of the nature of light, and he stops fighting with the darkness. And the moment he stops fighting with the darkness, his nature, which is of light, it becomes unbounded. And every person, Mr. Smith represents darkness, his zillions in number. At that very moment, without his effort, till then he is putting effort, till he realizes, I am not going to struggle anymore, and he stops. And he allows Mr. Smith to make him also dark, and that darkness is spreading all over him. He is also becoming Mr. Smith. And because he surrenders, surrenders not to Mr. Smith, he surrenders to whatever it is. This is an illusion. Why am I fighting with it? I am who I am. And at that very moment, there is an explosion of light. And every Mr. Smith in the entire universe in that movie, spontaneously at that very moment becomes the nature of light, without any effort on part of Neo. That is the journey of ours. This transformation, we have to struggle, we have to work hard towards it, put efforts, only to become effortless. He put effort in 3 movies, 3 sequels, only to give up all efforts. But when he gave up, when he could not do any more, the transformation is Sahasra Shersha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapa. That is the vision. Nayam vindantyami bhupa ekaramascha vrishnayaha maya javanika channam atmanam kalamishwaram. He says, the kings assembled here and even the yadus who enjoy life together with you do not know you as the universal soul, the time spirit and the ruler of the universe, veiled as you are by your own maya. This Lord, He is hiding, even though He is supporting the whole universe. Why our speech cannot illuminate it? Why our mind cannot come to know it? Because He is hidden. Our mind can only function in duality. He is supporting the duality but is beyond the duality. It is like Jnaneshwar Maharaj says, a candle light cannot illuminate the sun. It cannot. But or the daylight and the darkness, the day and the night, both are opposites to each other. Both are supported by the sun. Without the sun, the day and night cannot come about. But the sun is transcendental to the daylight and the absence of light, which we call as night, isn't it? So is your case. This phenomena which we see on the earth of day and night is not present outside the earth's sphere. In the space there is no day and night. If you go and stay in the what is that called? Space module, that live for a few months, people, astronauts go and stay. Continuous day. There is no night there. If you go to Mars, the day is much longer. See? So on the earth plane, there is day and night. Both are happening because of the sun, but from the sun's point of view, there is no day and night. The sun is, even though he is supporting the day and night, he is beyond day and night. The daylight cannot illuminate the sunlight because it is not other than it. Similarly, take the light. The waking and dream are the day. The deep sleep is absence of light, so it is night. Both are supported by a principle, and that principle is transcendental to the mind, because where is the waking and dream? In the mind. Where is absence of waking and dream, which is called sleep? In the mind. The Atma is beyond the mind and yet supporting the mind, yet not other than the mind, but from its point of view, it alone is. See? Coming to this point, the sages are saying that we can understand this, but common man will not understand. These kings, they have studied the scriptures, they have gone to Gurukulas, but they don't understand because they have not made it their own. They have not made it their own. How much time has passed because my recording got stopped in between? Quarter past 8. Okay. So in this manner, यथा शयानः पुरुषः आत्मानं गुणतत्त्वदृक् नाम मात्रेन्द्रियाभातं न वेदरहितं परम् एतं एवं त्वानाममात्रेषु विषयेष्विन्द्रियेहया मायया विभ्रमचित्तो न वेद स्मृत्युपप्लवात्. Here he says in the 24th verse, now this is what I was talking about, maybe it's in that. He says, as a dreaming person looks upon all objects of his dream as real and regards his dream formed body, which is perceived only with the mind and exists in name alone, as his self and not the body of his waking life, which is out of his mind for the time being. Even so, in waking life, when the mind gets deluded by Maya in the form of the wandering of the senses among their objects, which exist only in name, its discrimination gets clouded as the jiva fails to realize you who stand beyond the waking life. Just like the waker, when he goes into dream, he forgets the waker and the waking body. The waker has become the dreamer, but the waker was identified with this body. Have you ever seen your body in the dream? Have you? If you have not, check it out. Have you ever seen your body how you look like in the dream? You are having an experience of the dream, but you will never see your body. You will hold it, but you will not see the hand. You will never, because it's a figment of imagination. So just like here it is told, just like when you are a dreamer, you are totally disconnected with your waking body and the waking world. In the waking also, because of your what you call asthiramati. Sthiramati, asthiramati. Sthiramati is steady mind, asthiramati, unsteady mind, which is leaking out of the senses and taking this world to be the real and thinking that my wife, my child, my car, my house, my investments, my birth, my death, oh, I don't want to die, oh, I'm getting old, oh, my hair is getting white, blah, 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 goes on and on and on and on and on and on. He starts imagining. He sees things that this whole world is real. But what is so real? Scientists say that everything that you are seeing is actually being presented to you upside down in your eye, in your retina. And not that also. Whatever you are seeing is only a reflection. Only the light is being seen. There is nothing called object as such, according to science. And so our scriptures are also saying that. Just like you see water but you call it wave. You are seeing Paramatma but you are calling him Dinesh, you are calling him Tabla, you are calling him phone, you are calling him book, you are calling it house. But it is, what is the basis of everything? Divine. What is that divine in the gross world out there? Existence. But are you seeing it? No. You are fascinated by the forms. Forms themselves are unreal. Forms are continuously changing, but are you seeing the change? No. But you are still attracted to the form. You still want to indulge in the form. You are accepting that form as my child, as my husband, as my mother, as my father. But actually it is all an illusion. Just like the dream, all the dream people were an illusion. So also, in the waking also, everything is an illusion. So whom are you going to change in this world? What responsibility we have to change the world? Change yourself. Rather than bringing an order in the society and preparing the next generation, change yourself, prepare yourself. So if everything is done, every activity is done with a view that I must change, then it is worth, then whatever the activity or non-activity. Then it does not matter you are digging, cleaning a gutter, taking a Bhagavatam class, or you are putting bricks on the outside in a new home, or you are cleaning toilets. It does not matter. Activity does not matter. Activity is not good or bad. Oh, I am a Brahmin, I will not clean toilets. That is Jamadar's job. You will never realize. Shankaracharya, even after knowing, or when he came down, and he was going to in Varanasi, he was taking bath and coming back, and that Chandala came and touched, muncha, saido. Whom are you telling to go on the side? Body? body of the Chandal and the body of of yours is the same. My body and your body are same. He looked at Shankaracharya looked at him. What is he talking about? He says your body is made up of phlegm, urine, fecal matter, and six things are there. He says my body is also made up of that. So which body? Then I'll say Munchu, you go. And if you are telling this Atma to go, this Atma and your Atma is also the same, is it not? See, old habits die hard. So Shankaracharya must have been brought up in that tradition, even though self-knowledge has taken place, but still old habits are lingering. Immediately he fell down at his feet. Immediately he fell down. Are we practicing that in our daily life? This discrimination with other people, with ourselves, that I am 30 मार खा, वो तो सिर्फ 10 मार खाए हैं, तो 5 मार खाए हैं, मैं 30 मार खाऊं, मीन्स 30 बार मार खाई है, उसने से 10 बार खाई है. हाँ क्या कह रहे? Then also didn't learn. नहीं अभी 50 मार खा बनना है. So these ideas which we are carrying in our mind, which define us, we have to dissolve them, and that is why we come to satsang. Who are rishis and munis? They have dissolved it all. So, is a person not supposed to practice anything, puja, archa, japa, yajna, after realization? He may not. Why are the rishis like Vashishta Maharaj and all that, they still do havan and everything? That is their job description. They are doing it. That is why they are born. Do you know why you are born? It will not get revealed to you till you access the and anubhav the anubhav within. See? Then it will reveal. As an individual, what is your purpose? You will never come to know. Very difficult. Only when we are committed to the divine, then it becomes evident. So here he says that, O Lord, we are in verse 24, isn't it? 24. So he says, these people, where are we? So this concept of what was in the 24 and 25, evam tva nama matreshu vishaya indriya yehaya mayaya vibhramaccitto na veda smrityu paplavat. So this we have explained that we cannot only work on the waking plane and try to solve the whole, granthi, untie the knot. The knot is not waking plane. You have to undo the knot in the waking plane, but while being in the waking plane, because it is the sattvic plane of expression, you have to deal simultaneously with the waking, dream and deep sleep together. That is one unit. If you only want to deal with the waking world, I want to improve, I want to disprove, and my house, my everything in this waking world, then you should be as real about the house and wife and children in the dream also. But if you are giving zero value to the dream, and that is what you are doing every day, or whenever you dream, then it must also happen to the waking plane. And analyze your own life, your own experience. Continuing, tasyadyate dadrushamangrimaghaugha marsha tirthaspadam rudikrutam suvipakvayogai utsikta bhaktyupahata shaya jiva kosha Apur gati batho no grahana bhaktan. He says, O Lord, sages who have attained ripeness of yoga succeed in enthroning in their heart your lotus feet, which are the origin of the holy waters of the Ganga, which wipe off heaps of sin. We are glad we have seen those feet today. Who is saying this? The saints and sages, the rishis. So their this manifestation in this body on the earth, on this planet has become blessed by having the vision of the Lord in front of them. They know it in their heart, but now what they know, what they are, that infinity has appeared in front of them as the Lord Krishna. Oh, he is a Vaishya. Krishna was born a Vaishya, okay? He is a Vaishya because Gwalon ke saath tha. But the whole Yadava clan is a Vaishya clan. It is not a Kshatriya clan. So he was born a Vaishya, and all these Rishi Munis are Brahmin. So are they? नहीं ये तो वैश्य है, इसके सामने हम कैसे सर झुकाएं? इसको बोलेंगे कि your feet, lotus feet are in our heart. Our feet should be in his heart. See, these things we don't want to check. We don't.
There is no in 20th verse. He is addressed there as the foremost amongst devotees of Brahman. Amongst devotees of Brahmins, you are the Agra.
Agra.
Lord is.
20th तस्मात् ब्रह्मकुलं ब्रह्मन् शास्त्र योनेस्त्व आत्मनमः सभा जयसि तद्धाम तद् ब्रह्मण्यग्रणी भवाना. You are the foremost for the foremost deity, the foremost goal for all the Brahmins. See, this recognition comes when there is no ego. Then we are ready to accept another person with a head, 2 arms, 2 legs, who is born from a mother's womb, and still accept and surrender and say, oh Mahatma Ji, you are our Lord. This will only come when our ego goes down. नहीं ये क्या है पता नहीं होगा अपने lot of people are falling at his feet, but I don't know, पता नहीं, I don't want to get caught up. होता है, everyone goes through that. Which means it is nothing is going to happen to that Mahatma, but your ego has become strong in that statement, in that self-talk. Your individuality has become concretized. If we surrender even to a Mahatma who is not at that as these Mahatmas are, you will not be taken for a ride. You will benefit only if you are pure of intention. It will not go the wrong way. As long as you don't hold on to him. Take the blessings, move on. Take the blessings, move on. Take the blessings, move on. Because every moment this entire creation is coming you in different ways to bless you. And going to Mahatmas, going to satsang is this transformation of this vision that instead of Bhagavad is blessing me, no, every event, every interaction, every person, every situation, every contact, every success, every failure, even that passing of the cloud in front of the moon, or every eclipse in our life, everything is a blessing. Nothing else but blessing. So creation, Lord has appeared as this creation not to give us troubles, it is only to bring out the best out of us. When this attitude is taken, then we will be benefited. So here they say in the last verse for today, sages who have attained oneness, ripeness of yoga, succeed in enthroning in their hearts your lotus feet, which are the origin of the holy waters of the Ganga, which wipe off heaps of sins. We are glad we have seen those feet today, O Lord. We are your devotees. Pray shower your grace on us. Now the highest state of your realization is attained only by those who through their overflowing devotion succeed in shedding their ego, which obscures the souls, rather than take charge of your own purification. What is taking charge of your own purification? Yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. This is. But you have to then interpret not the way yoga interprets it, you have to interpret the way these Rishi Munis are interpreting it here. Tapasya, Swadhyaya, Sanyama. Integration of the knowledge and the action, which brings about wisdom. Different, total different. See, rather than starting from the outside world, you need to, if you think you are intelligent, change the conviction, automatically what you see out there will change. That's all. So what is the defect in our vision? If I am taking out this, I can see the forms, but I can't see anything, your facial features I can't see clearly. Then what do? I put the glasses, now everything is distinct. If you gave me some food to eat, then instead of putting in your mouth, I would have put it into your nose or in your eyes. But now it will go into your mouth. Then how have we corrected this vision? By wearing the correct glasses. So how do we correct the vision of our life, which is of duality, which is of differences, which is of sense of otherness, which is the basic norm is the sense of otherness in the outside world, me versus you, success, failure, opposites, dualism. How do we? Not by, I'm going to solve the duality, I'm going to do pranayam and solve it out, I'm going to do japa and do it. No. Hold on to the Lord in your heart with love. And He is, once and for all, He will remove. What is sin? Sin is the sense of otherness. Sin is any other thought in your mind other than that of divine is sin. If you have a desire, I'm taking different levels. If you have any thought other than the Lord, means you must have thought of something else other than the divine. Then only thought of someone else will come in your mind. That is sin. Everything that takes you away from the divine is sin. And therefore in Vedanta it is told Viveka, discrimination between real and unreal. But in devotion, you don't have to worry about what is unreal. You only hold on to the Lord's feet with love, with faith. And such a devotee, he does not take responsibility for anything in his life. That's what we are trying to strive for. I don't want any responsibility, not of my children, not of my husband, not of my wife, not of my job, not of the money, not of the paying bills. Lord will do it. Yes. How? Experiment. Hold on to Him. He will reveal. It's not for a lazy fellow, that he will take care of. Acha, I will leave everything. Chalo, chhod diya. Then have the courage to go through that also. Tukaram's wife was a very hard one. Not like Hanuman's wife. She was a hard one. So she gave him a list. Today is this puja has to be done at 12 o'clock. And and Tukaram is Vithala, 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 Vithala. He went out. And as he was going, suddenly as he going to, one farmer called him, "Hey Tuka!" He said, "Yes, can you just help me? I'm just stuck, the cart is stuck, or the hull, the plow is stuck in the ground. Can you just help me?" He said, "Here I come." He kept his bag under the tree, went there, and before he knew, he finished that. Then he helped him in cutting the whatever other jobs had to be done. Suddenly he remembered, when he was sweating, saw the sun, it's right on top. 12 o'clock the puja was, 11 o'clock the puja was supposed to start. He says, what's the time? He said, it must be 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Oh my God, I had to buy a list. Now I had it and I don't know how to get back home. Anyway, he ran to the shops, bought all the things, went back home, and the wife was standing at the door. He says, just now you left, why you are coming again? He says, I'm already, sorry, Vittal. I got, someone wanted help, I did the help for him, and here are all the things. Are we late for the puja, this, that? He says, what late? Puja is also over. And who got all the stuff? He says, you only came, again why you are bringing all the stuff? Again you spend the money. At that time Tukaram realized that the Lord Vitthala himself appeared there as Tukaram, got all the stuff, did the puja, and then when she was standing there, he was again made some excuse and he was going out. When he vanished, immediately the real Tuka was coming back. You see, why I had to give that example? All your jobs will be done. This is not a make-believe story. It has happened. It is recorded. And this is not in one only Tukaram's life. You read the biographies of various Mahatmas, you will see such incidents. And in this way, let us also, with the inspiration and guidance of all these saints and sages who are mentioned here in the Bhagavad, may the Lord's lotus feet also come and get established in our heart by His will and by our surrender to Him. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Sisters.
Yellow.